Hey there, Cedar Valley. I'm Matt Barley, and welcome to the newest edition of the Arts Overlook. Each episode, we look at different arts and entertainment stories circling around the Cedar Valley. This edition, we'll take an inside look at the Waterloo Playhouse Noises Off production, check into the Hearst Center for their Winter Wonderland and Saturday Art School programs. All this and more coming up next.
Art is thriving in the Cedar Valley. It's everywhere. But if you don't know where to look, you could miss it. This is your local arts perspective. This is the Arts Overlook.
The Waterloo Community Playhouse has been delivering top-notch theater productions for the past 90 years. We had the opportunity to look at their upcoming performance, Noises Off.
Cedar Falls isn't the only place in the Cedar Valley to view your favorite plays, musical performances, and artistic shows. Just 10 miles away is another city that is part of the Cedar Valley that hosts its own art in many of the same forms. The Waterloo Community Playhouse is a theater group that has been around for over 90 years and continues to serve the Cedar Valley with their fantastic performances from children's theater to musicals. This month, the Waterloo Community Playhouse is offering another opportunity to see an incredible performance called Noises Off. Noises Off is a play that takes you on stage as well as backstage during rehearsal, as well as a performance by one of the most inept acting companies to ever tour the British Isles. It shows the onstage antics of a fifth-rate acting group touring in a production called Nothing On. This production is split into 3 acts where you'll see the dress rehearsal during the first act. The second act of Noises Off, you'll see what happens backstage a month later while a production of Nothing On is running. The third act, you'll see what happens 2 months later as the show is finishing up its run on tour.
Throughout the course of the play, through the 3 acts, you see not only the onstage lives, the professional lives of all the actors sort of crumbling and falling apart, but also the personal lives of everybody involved as well.
So they've been on the road for 12 weeks. People who on week 1 were getting along relatively well aren't getting along at all. Imagine everything that you can think of that could possibly go wrong. And it does during the course of this show. Not all in one act, but by the end, these people have suffered every indignity that is possible.
That's the best part about it, is watching other people's problems, and that's why it's such a great show. It's sight gags, people jumping, falling down. I mean, anything you would expect from a farce, and it's awesome.
It takes a lot of patience to deal with the amount of mayhem that this show brings. There is a little bit of freelance that goes on during the show to make it a little different each time. Having to deal with something like that isn't new to Chuck Stillwell, the director of Noises Off, as this would be his 3rd time working on this show. Chuck's ability to allow the actors to be their own character is what wins over his cast.
I love working with Chuck. This is my first production here at the WCP, and with Chuck, he knows what he wants and he sort of tells you, but it's also fun because you get to explore and create your own background of your own character. And
Chuck is very good at knowing which people have the best chemistry with which other actors, and the shows are always very, very tightly done and very rewarding.
The amount of freelancing within the play is something that the cast enjoys. It certainly makes for a fun night and the opportunity to create many memories that these actors can cherish. While most of the cast has worked together in some manner, there are a few new faces within the group, but everyone seems to work together very well.
They play off of each other well. We have a lot of things happening spontaneously, which makes it a lot of fun for me, because I'm sitting there going, what's going to happen tonight?
I loved coming into rehearsal every single night, every afternoon, because you never know what they're going to do. You never know what they're going to try and experiment, and it's fun to sort of come in and play off of that.
There is an additional cast member according to director Chuck Stillwell. The audience is the 10th character in the show, as the rest of the cast will use the audience reaction as part of their show. Having the audience involved is what really sets theater apart from the likes of their television and movie counterparts.
A movie, a TV show, or whatever, isn't going to change. It's going to be the same every time you watch it. A live show is going to be different every single time. If you'd come watch every performance of this show, they'd all be different. And that's what makes live theater exciting. It's what I love about going to live theater and what I love about doing it.
Noises Off is a community theater production, which means anyone in the community can become involved in some fashion. Not only is it a community-involved production, but it's also created for the community.
I like to think that community theater is very much about the community itself. What we do is we bring theater to audiences who wouldn't normally have the opportunity to view and see and experience theater. So that's special in and of itself, is bringing theater to audiences who don't have the ability to travel to Chicago or New York or Minneapolis to go see theater. We create it here.
People shouldn't let the fact that they haven't done a play before or haven't done one since high school or even younger deter them from getting involved again. That's what community theater is all about.
Noises Off will run from January 25th to February 2nd at the Hope Martin Theater on 225 Commercial Street in Waterloo. For more information about Noises Off, you can visit the Waterloo Community Playhouse's website at wcpbhct.org or give them a call at 319-291-4494. Tickets are $22 each and can be bought at the box office as well as online. For those that are a little unsure about viewing Noises Off, Stillwell urges you to view the production because of the amount of laughter it will bring.
It's side-splittingly, achingly fun. It takes you out of yourself. For 2 hours, you don't think about problems in your life, in the world. You're caught up in the problems of these 9 people. And because it's happening to them and not you, it's incredibly funny.
Remember, Noises Off runs from January 25th to February 2nd, so don't miss out on what's sure to be a laugh-out-loud comedy. School takes a break during the holidays, and the Hearst Center for the Arts in Cedar Falls provides an opportunity for children to keep busy with their Winter Wonderland program.
Over 3 days, kids ages 3 to 8 worked on drawing, sculpting, painting, and mosaics.
This is our Winter Wonderland program that we have in between school sessions after the holiday and then the New Year holiday. There's always some days in between, and it's fun for the kids to have some outside events for them to do. So we put a program together for painting and drawing and sculpting, and we learn a little bit about math and history, and we just enjoy our day and let their creative juices flow for 3 days.
Kids let their imagination take over on the painting boards, showing off their vibrant colors and abstract paintings, such as this painting of 2 sunsets.
It's 2 different sunsets.
Each day of Winter Wonderland Arts Camp was different, with one being of drawing and portraits, and the next could be very different.
And today they're doing sculpture, and they're sculpting a bowl out of slabs. And so when they get finished, they will have learned texture, manipulation of the clay, and how to put a piece together so it doesn't fall apart, so they can eat ice cream out of it when they're done.
The children are the stars of the Winter Wonderland Arts Camp, but the teachers sure do learn something from the little ones.
The children, they're wonderful, and their creativity and their imaginations are what we are after here at the Hearst Center. We think it's a very, very important part of their growing and learning is to use their imagination.
The next time your child has an in-service day at school, check in with the Hearst Center Art School programs. Speaking of the art school programs, we had the opportunity to spend a Saturday with the Hearst Center and learn just a little bit more about the art school.
As a child growing up, I had a very fond memory of art class. It was the opportunity to get my hands dirty, mess around with some paint, and even make a bowl out of clay to take home and give to my mom. The Cedar Falls Hearst Center provides this opportunity for children young and old to be involved with art year-round. Currently, there are children's winter classes that take place on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. with a different class starting at the top of the hour. The Hearst Center is run by staff members who are very friendly and excited for you to come and join the art school.
Little kids, we have a whole range of things. I mean, we have like Money Buddies classes, which is more ceramics and clay type of stuff, and then there's the Make 'em Art classes, which is beads and iron on beads, and we have stickers and paint and just making their mark and things like that. So it's a very wide variety, and each week it's mixed up and new things are brought in.
Not only does the Hearst Center have classes on Saturdays, but they also have classes on in-service days, the days your children have a day off from school. So bring them to the Hearst Center for them to keep busy during those days off. The age range of most of these classes are 3 to 12 years old. There are also adult classes available with Writing Outside the Box class on Tuesday nights and a Painter Studio class for adults on Thursday nights.
Older kids, it's a little more concentrated, so I know this summer we had some writing classes and we had theater classes and even some Tai Chi is being incorporated now and stuff, and so it's a little more concentrated for the older kids and a little more of their own creativity is added into it, but there's a lot.
Any chance young children get to use their imagination and creativity is good for everyone involved. The Hearst Center is here to provide you and your child opportunities to grow and learn in the art department.
Everybody can benefit from it because parents will have things to hold on to for years to come that they can look back at and say, honey, you did this when you were this tall or when you were 3 and something like that. And it'll also help not just in the art aspect, but kids can get to know each other and create lifelong friends, and they can, it helps them learn how to work with others a lot better, which they already get in school, but this is helping them get to know a wider range of people and in an artistic setting.
So how can you join and find out more information about this fantastic place called the Hearst Center for the Arts?
If you type into just any search engine, you can type in Cedar Falls Hearst Center, and it'll take you to the home page, and you can just find out a lot of information there, or you can stop into the Hearst office, and at the front desk they'll give you all the information.
The Hearst Center for the Arts hours of operation are Mondays, they are closed. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Wednesday and Fridays, open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays and Sundays, they're open from 1 to 4 p.m. But again, check the Cedar Falls website for more information on the winter classes. Also, stop by the Hearst Center and meet the friendly staff members who can talk to you about any of the classes available and show you around the place.
I enjoyed my visit to the Hearst Center, and I'm sure you will too. Well, that's all we have for you on this edition of the Arts Overlook. Thank you for watching, everyone.